Good morning. Welcome to Speaking of Animals. I'm Amy Cartenuto from Flagler Humane Society. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. We have a pair of guests today that I'm super excited about. We have Meg Jobson and Trooper Jobson. Meg, welcome. Trooper, welcome.
Hi.
So, Meg, Trooper was adopted from Flagler Humane Society. But first, I want to hear a little bit about Trooper's mom, Meg. And you've actually worked in veterinary medicine. So tell us a little bit about that. You've been in veterinary. You were a vet tech for 30 years?
Yep.
31 years?
31 years. So,
wow.
Been working for veterinarians since I was 16. And when I went to college, I got my degree in biology, and then I went to vet tech school, and then I became a licensed veterinary technician in 1994, and that was a beginning of a long career, working with animals, doing what I love, helping them. I grew up in Virginia, so I worked mostly in Virginia. I did live in Montana for a while and worked with some interesting animals out there. And I also worked in Pennsylvania and Texas and then back to Virginia. And when my kids got old enough, I moved down to Florida to be in the warm weather. And now I work remotely as a hospital administrator for a veterinary urgent care in Virginia. And now I have time to volunteer. So
Yay.
That's what I do.
Yay, we're very happy about that. Well, you look too young to have been a vet tech for all those years.
Thanks.
And it's when you started volunteering last year at the Humane Society, thank you. You helped with outreach. You helped get animals adopted by going out to different...
Yep. My husband and I decided to volunteer and drive to do the adoption outreach because that seemed to be a big need at the Humane Society, is someone to drive the truck and take the pets to and from the shelter. And it's really near and dear to my heart, the adopt, don't shop mantra. And being in veterinary medicine as long as I have, it just solidifies that the need for rescue for animals to be adopted, for that to be an option for people. Yes. Because there's so many great dogs that need homes. Cats, dogs, guinea pigs, rabbits.
Yes, They
all deserve wonderful, loving homes.
Yeah. But thank you for doing the outreach for us. It's so important to get animals out there for people to see, whether it's the pet stores or different community events. It's so important. We always are looking for more volunteers to do that. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, because it is very important to see the animals outside of the shelter environment because they're in the shelter. There's sensory overload. Mm-hmm. So you can't really see their full personalities all the time. So.
Yeah, sometimes the kennels bring the worst out in them. They're barking more. Yeah. And so like you were saying, one day when you were getting prepared to do outreach, you happened by this pitiful looking, it was no longer pitiful looking, but you saw Trooper shortly after he had arrived at the shelter, I believe. Trooper, if you're just listening and not watching, Trooper is a gorgeous Great Pyrenees, and he came into the shelter last July. He was a hot mess.
Yes.
He was matted. He was super skinny. He had injuries to his ears. He had heartworm. So he was a hot mess. But Meg and her husband still fell in love, thank goodness.
Yeah, absolutely. He walked by, and I felt an immediate connection to him. And long story short, a little bit over a year later, look at him. He's just gorgeous.
You said he, when he first came to us, he was 70-something pounds.
Yeah, 76 pounds, and now he's 110.
You must be a good cook.
Yeah.
So he's very handsome, and he's part of why he's here today is to discuss all of his accomplishments. Not only is this a successful adoption, but Trooper also is doing a lot of good work. So we wanted to talk about some of his progress. Like I was saying, when he came into the shelter, he was skinny, he was a mess, but he got his heartworm treated. Obviously, you guys have taken unbelievable care of him. His coat is gorgeous. And so you got him started on a few different programs. So tell us a little bit about some of his work.
Well, it was pretty clear right away that he just loves everybody, other animals, kids, adults, and not having a lot of other humans in my household, I figured he would like to help other humans and meet other humans. So being a volunteer at the Humane Society, I saw that they have a program called Pause for Reading at the Flagler Public Library. And I thought, oh, that would be great for Trooper. He would just love all the kids. And so I started doing that. So he's an ambassador dog for the Humane Society of Flagler County. And he goes every Wednesday, mostly every Wednesday, right, Troopy? To the library for the kids to read to. And he absolutely loves it. And now he thinks anytime I leave the house, he gets to come with me because he's got things to do. And from that, we went ahead and decided to start going into nursing homes and some daycare centers. So he's been to Tuscan Gardens, Senior Living. He's been to Harbor Chase Senior Living. He's been to Little Angels Daycare. So he really enjoys that too. Just walking around and having everybody just pet him because that's his favorite thing, is to be pet.
Do you think he likes the reading program better or the assisted living, or does he like the older folks or the kids or just everybody?
He likes everybody. And once people start petting him, he doesn't want to leave. And he does get bored a little bit when the kids are reading to him, but it's okay because I tell the kids he's learning to be patient. You're teaching him to be patient while you're reading. So they like that. He does enjoy all the parents because they give him lots of attention while the kids are reading. So he just likes to be pet.
So our ambassador program, just to let everybody know a little bit, our ambassador dog program, right now we have 12 active members. And what it is, it's owned animals. So it's volunteers that have their own pets who have been through a bit of a canine good citizen type training and evaluation to make sure that they will behave when out in public. And so the ambassador dog program was born quite a few years ago. I think at least a dozen years ago. We had a volunteer. Anybody that has been around for a long time might remember a volunteer of ours named Yvonne Presley. She started the program with us, and that was her baby, was education and the bond between people and their animals. And so it really started mostly with the assisted livings when people could no longer have their own pets. And so to have a dog like Trooper come visit them is just the highlight of their day. So that's the beginning of this ambassador dog program. And we're going to come back and talk a little bit more about that with Trooper and with Meg in just a minute. Welcome back to Speaking of Animals. I'm Amy here with Trooper and Meg, and we're talking about our ambassador dog program through Flagler Humane Society, where we have well-behaved, owned dogs that are going to either the assisted living facilities, the memory care facilities, the library, and the children get to read to them. And we were talking about how much Trooper enjoys all of that. And So, Meg, you're in there with Trooper while he's doing his work with the assisted livings and the memory cares. What do you see out of the people? Like they've just got to appreciate it so much.
They do. They just light up when they see all of the dogs. Trooper, he's fairly new to the program, so he's a novelty as well as being big and handsome. And he's a great size because he can just go right up to wheelchairs and things like that, and people can pet him. When we go into the memory care, sometimes there are people just sitting, just either with their eyes closed or staring off into space, and then they light up when they see the dogs, and they start petting them, and they're just smiling, and they'll they'll tell other people, "Did you see the dog?" or "Come see the dog," and "Oh, he's big like a bear," and it's just heartwarming to see, and it's heartwarming. We usually go there with several other people and their dogs as well that are in the program. So all different sizes,
Trooper kind of steals the show.
Sure. Yeah, he does. He steals the show, and it's also good for the people that work there because it's not an easy job. It's not an easy task. And just like in shelter medicine and veterinary medicine, you have lots of highs and lots of lows, but you do it because you're a caretaker and you love living things, people and or dogs and cats. So
that's such a good point that I'm sure the people that work there look forward to it every bit as much.
Yeah, I really do think they do. They light up too. It gives them a little boost, I think, as well. So, and that's what we're trying to do. He loves it. He loves to be pet. So why don't we share that with other people?
I'm sure it makes such a difference for the folks that can no longer have their pets.
Right.
I know that's probably, as pet lovers, that's like one of the things we fear most about getting old. Like, what if I'm in a situation where I can't have an animal anymore? I'll go crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sure it makes such a huge difference for them and probably helps them, remember pets they've had before. And
Yep, absolutely. Yep.
So good work, Trooper. But Trooper has moved on beyond just ambassador dog. He's gotten more training and more. Such a hard worker.
Yeah. So there are several sort of ambassador dog programs around, and he's also part of a program called Hearts of Gold, and it's run through the Golden Retriever Rescue, and they also go into the Humanes, I'm sorry, not the Humanes, the library and some nursing homes and things. And so he's become an ambassador for them as well. He has a little vest that he wears with his name on it.
It's not a little vest. That's a big vest.
I know. It's a 2XL vest. He's part of another program. So there are multiple programs around, all up and down, all through the United States, actually. I actually used to take my dogs into nursing homes when I was in vet tech school back in 92 to 94. So that's kind of why I wanted to get back into it when I had the time again. So
that's cool. And back to talking about the kids at the library, too. We were just talking about we're getting a new library in Bunnell, and so we're going to have twice the work for Trooper and our ambassador dogs as far as the library. So we're always looking for more ambassador dogs. If you are interested, if your pet is well behaved, that's a big if, because I know mine aren't. But if your pet is if you have a dog that's well behaved, that likes people and would like to be part of this, it'd be nice to get in touch with us at the shelter or pop by the library and talk to you, Meg, right?
Right. So what I did was I went, I contacted the shelter and I spoke to Lynn, the volunteer coordinator there, and she set up a meeting to get Trooper evaluated for his temper, mostly just how he approaches other people and other animals. And within about 30 seconds.
You passed.
I passed, and Trooper passed, and then we started going to the library. It's the big thing is to be able to get along with other dogs and not, he just loves other dogs, so that's not a problem. And we are going to need more people for sure. We're going to have double the need for dogs to get read to. And at the libraries, it's on Wednesdays from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m.
And it really is. It's such a cool program. Like I've gone over a handful of times and watched, and the kids reading to the dogs is like, oh my God, that's like the cutest thing ever. It's just so sweet. And the dogs sit there very patient and like you say, as the children are reading and Trooper sits still and is patient, he's learning.
Right.
He's learning patience.
He is.
He's such a good boy.
He is.
But yeah, it's a cool program, both the reading program and visiting the folks in the assisted living and memory care facilities. So if you think you might be interested in helping, come by the shelter and talk to Lynn or give us a call, 386-445-1814. Sometimes the phones are hard to get through because we're so busy, but we would love to have some more volunteers. We're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. And we're back to speaking of animals. I'm Amy here with Meg and Trooper. So Trooper, he's just been perfect in the studio today too. Not that, I guess I should have expected that. I usually bring adoptable animals to the studio, and like sometimes the cats are chewing on the wires, and we had that one dog that kind of talked a lot during the show. He's howling. So, thank you, Trooper, for being such a wonderful guest, and thank you, Meg. Hopefully we will recruit some new volunteers out of this.
Yeah. Absolutely. Volunteering is such a good thing, and it's so rewarding. And the pets and animals there need to be socialized and, to find the best homes. And the part of the reason I wanted to do this was that Troopers come so far in just a year, and I couldn't have done it I couldn't have found this heart dog of mine without the hard work of the people at the Flagler Humane Society, getting him healthy, getting him to where he was from where he came from, for me to take over. And a lot of times the shelter staff are not appreciated as much as they should be, and recognized for all the hard work they do, because it is a really heartwarming and sometimes heartbreaking job, and I think it's important to recognize all the hard work and love and compassion that goes into finding all these pets' homes, and all these dogs and cats carry a little piece of their heart, I'm sure, every time they leave. So thank you for all the hard work you do.
Thank you. I'm going to have you on every single week. Thank you. And like you say, like it took a little bit of work with Trooper. If a dog comes to us and they have heartworm, we treat the heartworm, even though it's a bit expensive. But otherwise, like a new adopter is not normally going to adopt a dog when going out the door that you've got $1,000 worth at least of expenses right off the bat. So we treat a dog that comes in with heartworm, we treat the heartworm before they leave. And look at him. He just could not be healthier right now. He looks so good. So it definitely does our hearts good to get to see an alumni like Trooper. So thank you again. One quick thing I wanted to say, since we've talked about assisted living, is one of the events that we have coming up is thanks to the Windsor Assisted Living. They do the Wreath Festival for us every year. So that's coming up. It's going to be early in December. So for right now, we're looking for people to make these beautiful wreaths that get auctioned off. So if anybody's crafty out there, again, get in touch with Lynn at the Humane Society or the Windsor and bring us a beautiful wreath that can be auctioned off, and then all that money goes to help the shelter animals. So that's a fun event. So, well, I just want to thank everybody today for listening to us and hopefully watching us so that you get to see how handsome Trooper is. Trooper, thank you again for being on the show and for all the hard work you do. Thanks, Meg, for facilitating all the hard work that Trooper does.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure. It really is. It's really filled a space in my life that
a big
I didn't know I needed that filling, but here it is with him and the work that he does, or we do, I guess I should say. It really does fill a spot that I didn't know.
Yeah, and makes a difference for so many people. Yeah. So thank you everybody for listening, and we will talk again soon.